Okay, good morning again. So last class we were discussing about, I think we started off with what exactly we mean by graph connectivity. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So we started with what exactly is graph connectivity, and we defined a couple of definitions like what is a path, what is a circuit, what is a simple graph, and we saw a couple of examples. That's where we stopped. Today's class, we are going to learn about. Okay, I don't know what happened. So today's class, we are going to learn about what is called as cut vertex, or you also call this cut vertex as articulation point. Then the second concept that we will be learning for today is what is called as cut edge. Cut edge is also called as bridge. All right. Then we will be learning about uh, we'll be learning about vertex connectivity. We'll also be learning about what is called exactly as edge connectivity. And then we will also learn about what do we mean by a strongly and weakly connected graph. So these are the couple of points that we'll be covering under graph connectivity. Okay, we have learned some definitions in the last class, and then we have seen some examples. Now we'll be learning what is cut vertex or articulation point. Let us start with what exactly is a cut vertex. Please note cut vertex is also called as articulation point. Now, what is a cut vertex? A cut vertex is a vertex which will disconnect the graph, which when you remove this particular vertex from the graph, then the graph will get disconnected. That means a vertex V belonging to G is called as a cut vertex of G if, what do I say, G minus V. That means if I remove this particular vertex from the graph, then it will result in a disconnected graph. In the last class, we saw what do we mean by a disconnected graph? A graph which is not connected, where there are several separate components of the graph, we call it as a disconnected graph. So if I have a particular graph, obviously we know that a graph is made up of vertices and edges. Okay, so if I remove a particular vertex, removal of a particular vertex of a graph, if it is going to disconnect the graph, then such a vertex, I call it as a cut vertex. Am I making it clear? So if G minus V, why did I take it as G minus V graph? We have G is the graph from which I am going to remove this one particular vertex. I will remove it off. If I remove that particular vertex, the graph should get disconnected. Then I call it as a cut vertex. Let me take a simple example. Let me take an example of a graph. This is A, this is B. Please note down as I do so that it is easy for you to follow. All right, this is not there. Wait a minute, I made a mistake. Okay, this is the graph that I am taking. This is J. So we have the vertex A. This is B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is I and J. Now, if I remove a particular vertex, now this is a connected graph. If you see that all the vertices are connected, that there is a path from every, there is a path to every vertex, is it not? Which means that it is a connected graph. All right. So now if I remove a particular vertex out of this, when I remove the vertex, I should also remove the corresponding incident edges. Also should be removed. You cannot remove just the vertex. The corresponding edges associated with that particular vertex will also be removed. All right. If I remove, then if it is going to disconnect the graph, then I call it as a cut vertex. Let us see now. Suppose I remove A out of this. Do you think it will disconnect the graph? Can you answer me?
No.
No, ma'am.
It will not disconnect. Suppose I remove this A. If I remove this vertex A, I should also remove this particular edge. Will also be removed. Okay, so this whole thing, this whole part I'm removing. That's just this part. This part of the graph I will remove it off. When I remove that, the graph is not disconnected. Still the graph is still in one piece. This whole thing is still in one piece. Are you observing that? So I cannot call this A, vertex A, as a cut vertex. Vertex A is not a cut vertex. Now, suppose I remove this vertex B and the incident edges of B. That means I will remove the vertex B. I will remove this particular edge BD. I will also remove this particular edge BA. If I remove like that, what will happen? Will the graph get disconnected?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If
Yes,
I
ma'am.
remove, understand what I am trying to say. I will remove the vertex B. Since I am removing B, I will remove BD, edge, the edge BD. I will remove the edge BA also. Because if B is not there, there is no meaning for BA to exist and BD to exist. Okay, so I will remove that. If I remove this edge, vertex B, what am I left with? I am left with this D, this is F, and I have H. I am rewriting the graph so that it is clear to you. Okay, then I have this G here, J, this is my J. F to G, we have something. Then I have this E, this will remain as it is. All right, and then this A. Okay, this A is there. This is how my graph will look. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, ma'am.
If I remove that B,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
vertex B, I am removing the vertex B. BD is also removed. The edge BA will also be removed. That means I told you already, whichever vertex you are removing, the incident edges also should be removed. When I remove B, what is happening? Observe here. A is a separate component now. This whole part of the graph is a separate component. There are two different components of this graph, which means the graph has got disconnected. Just because you are trying to remove the vertex B. Hence, B can be called as the cut vertex. Are you able to understand the meaning of cut vertex?
What about
Yes,
that?
ma'am.
Yeah, what about? Tell me.
C.
What's your doubt? I am not able to hear you. Please, whoever it
What
is.
about that C, ma'am? Vertex C.
I'm coming to that, ma. I'm
Yes,
just
ma'am.
talking
What
of
about
only
C?
B now. What about C? I have not written, is it? Okay, okay. C is there, very much there. I'm sorry. Is that clear now?
Ma'am, no vertex from D to C.
Sorry?
No edge from D to C.
D to C?
No edge, ma'am. It should be a
Ma'am,
separate component.
it's connected to B, ma'am, not D.
D to C edge is there.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, now I drew. I had missed out one edge. Is that now clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, B to C you are saying, na? B to C one edge is there. Yeah. This will get removed. Correct. I'm sorry. I didn't observe this. This will also get removed. Is that was your doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
will also, see, whenever you remove the corresponding vertex, the incident edges will also be removed. So B to A will be removed, B to D will be removed, B to C will also be removed. D to C, there is an edge, I missed out there, now I drew it. Is this clear? Now the graph is getting disconnected because this whole graph is one component. This A becomes a separate component there because it has got completely disconnected. So we can call B as a cut vertex of this particular graph. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, yes, cut vertex need not be just one vertex. You can have more than one vertex which are going to disconnect the graph. Now, for example, let us take D. All the vertices will not be cut vertices that we have seen because vertex A is an example for that. If I remove vertex A, the graph doesn't get disconnected, so it is not the cut vertex at all. Now, let us come to D. If I remove D, what will happen? Will the graph get disconnected?
No, ma'am.
Why not? If I remove D, what will happen? This BD edge will go. Okay. This DC edge will go. DF edge will also go. So this part of the graph, FEGHIJ will become one part of the graph. And then BAC will become another component of the graph. Yes or no? So D is also a cut vertex. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Suppose I remove D. What am I left with? I'll have B, A, C. D is removed. So DF edge is removed, DB edge is removed, DC edge is also removed. So what will I have here? F, E, G. This connection is there. This connection is also J is there. And H is connected to I and this. This is how my graph will become. That means I have two different parts here. BCA is one component of the graph. FEGHIJ is another component of the graph. So the graph has got disconnected. So we can call D also is a cut vertex. Are you able to understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you tell any other cut vertices in the graph? Can anybody tell me? Other than B, B is a cut vertex, D is a cut vertex. What are the other cut vertices that are there? Can you tell me?
F.
Yes.
F and E. G.
F is a cut vertex, yes. Then, so we have seen B is a cut vertex, D is a cut vertex, F is also cut vertex, correct? Because F, if you remove DF, FE, FG, edges also will get removed. So obviously the graph will get disconnected. All right. What about
G. Ma'am, G.
G also.
G also,
G?
ma'am.
G also, yes. G is also right. G is also a cut vertex. Yes, because if you remove G, FG, HG, EG, G, J, all these edges will go, it will become disconnected, correct? HI will, this part, H and I will become one part, J will become one part, F, E, D, all this will become one part, correct? Any other cut vertex?
H.
Yeah.
H, ma'am.
H is also the cut vertex, correct? Because if you remove H, HI, edge will go off, this I will remain as a one component, it gets disconnected, correct? So there are totally 5 cut vertices in this particular graph. Any cut vertex, any vertex when removed from the graph along with its incident edges, if it is going to disconnect the graph into several components, then you call such vertex as a cut vertex or you call it as articulation point. Am I clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Let me take another example. I will take one more example. Let me take a graph. This is one. Please write down the graph and you have to also try it along with me. Don't simply sit and watch. Next week, all this internals portion is module 4 and module 5 complete. Okay, so all these portions will be there for your internals. 5th module, I will try to complete it before your internal starts. Okay. Now this is a graph. I hope I have taken all the edges. Let me check once. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 10 vertices are there. Okay. Now, can you tell me which are the cut vertices of this? Cut vertex of this particular graph? Can you tell me? You need not. Sometimes graph may have only one. Graph may have more than one. Please mute.
Ma'am, auto.
2, ma'am.
2, 3, 3. Ma'am, 5 also.
And 5 also.
Ma'am, two.
Please use the chat window to represent your answers. Mute yourselves. Jayant. Use the chat window to write your answers, please. There's a lot of disturbance otherwise. Yeah, tell me what are the cut vertex? 2 and 3. Brahman has told 2 and 3. Rupak has told. Please, Akrut, please mute yourself. There is a lot of noise. Please use the chat window to communicate. Yeah, Sugandhini, why are you telling it is only 2? Right. So 2, 3 and 5 are the cut vertex here, because after deleting 2 and the incident edges of vertex 2, the graph, if I remove 2, let us say if I remove 2, my screen. If I remove 2, what will happen? My graph will look something like this. 1, 4, 3, 10. This is 9. Okay. 2 I am removing. So 1, 2 edge will go, 2, 3 edge will go off. Right. And then I have here 5. This is 6, 7, 8. My graph will look something like this after removing 2. Right? So there are 2 components. This becomes 1 component. This becomes another component. So I can call 2 as one of the cut vertex. All right. Now, if I have to remove 3, let me check for 3. If I remove this 3, what will happen? This is 1, this is 4, this is 2. And then I have here 10 and 9, which remain disconnected. All right. And then what else can I show? Yeah, this is there. 5 is there, this 6 will be there, this 7 is there, no issues, this 8 is also there, and this is also there. Am I right? Okay, so this whole thing will become one component, this will become one component, this will become one component. So you will have 3 components if you are going to remove the vertex 3. So one of the cut vertex is 3 also. If I remove 5, what will happen? Let us see. I have here 1, I have 4, I have this 2, this part of the graph doesn't get disturbed. 3 and this is 10 and this is 9. Okay, I'm removing 5, so all the incident edges also should be removed. 2, 5 will go, 5, 6 will go. So 6 will remain now. I mean, it will remain isolated. Now 2 to 7 I have, that can be there. 8, this can be there. This edge is also there. Is that all? If I remove 5, anything else we have left? Yeah, I think that's all. So this will become one component. This will become another component if I remove 5. So 5 is also one of the cut vertex. So 2, 3 and 5 are the cut vertices of this given particular graph. All right. So any vertex that you remove, if your graph is going to get disconnected, you call that as a cut vertex. We will learn one more small definition, but an important definition, which is called as biconnected graph. Okay. Now, take down this graph. 1, 2, 3.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in exams, do you have to draw the graphs after removing the...
It is better you draw. It is better you draw and show it physically so that the answer becomes very clear. Okay. And it will be clear for you also. Just to visualize, you may feel okay, it is a cut vertex, but just to be clear within yourselves also, you can write it and see. It is always better you write it. It is always better you show the components of the graph once you remove that particular graph. Once you remove that particular vertex. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, take this particular graph. Can you find out what is the cut vertex of this graph? Now I have drawn one graph. Are you able to see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you tell me the cut vertex of this?
None.
Ma'am, 3 is repeated. 3 is repeated.
3 is cut vertex.
No, ma'am, 3 is repeated.
3 is repeated. Acha, okay. This is 5. All right. I'm sorry. This is 5. Can you tell me the cut vertex of this graph, please?
No cut vertex, ma'am.
All right. There are no
All
cut
gets removed,
vertex.
ma'am. All gets removed.
Sorry? Okay, there are no cut vertex here. See, whenever a graph has no cut vertex, or I can also say there are no articulation points, then I call such a graph as a biconnected graph. Wherever I don't have any cut vertex, always remember one thing, whenever you have a circuit means what? You have a cycle like this, is it not? They say the path starts with one, it ends with the same vertex. Starting vertex and the end vertex are the same, then I call it as a circuit. In a circuit, always you will not have any cut vertex, then it is always called as a biconnected graph. Am I clear?
Yes.
Shall we proceed to the next concept? Is it clear to you all now?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, good. Now, let me take up next I will go for cut edge. Cut vertex is called articulation point, cut edge is called as bridge. All this may come for definitions, may come for some problems. Given a graph, they may ask you to find out the cut edges, cut vertices, or they may ask you to define cut vertex and cut edge with an example. So anything can happen. All right. Now, cut edge is similar to your cut vertex, but if you are trying to remove an edge instead of a vertex from the graph, I will put it as G minus E. What is a graph made of? Graph is made up of V and E. Cut vertex, we said, if I am going to remove a vertex from this particular graph, then I call it as a cut vertex. Now I write it as G minus E. That means if I am removing a particular edge from the graph, and if the graph gets disconnected, then I call it as a cut edge. Whenever a cut edge exists, that means if there is a cut edge in the graph, there should definitely be a cut vertex. But if there is a cut vertex, there need not be a cut edge. Okay, right. Now let us take an example. This is A, this is B. Any doubts, you can please unmute and ask, no issues, but mute yourself back because it will lead to a lot of disturbance to me, because I am not able to keep on switching between the screens to see if you are writing something in the chat window. That's why. Okay, this is a graph. This is also connected. Can you find a cut edge in this? Cut edge. Can you find a cut vertex?
Yes, ma'am. C.
Cut vertex.
C.
Cut vertex
C.
is C. Yeah. If I remove this vertex C, my graph will get disconnected completely. What will happen? My graph will become something like this. These edges are gone. If I remove C, and then my graph will become like this. Do you agree with me? This is one component, this is one component. So C is a cut vertex. All right. There is no cut edge here. There is no cut edge. Any edge you remove, still the graph remains connected. Are you observing that? Because it is actually a kind of cycle it is. Everything is connected to that cut vertex. Cut vertex, if I take up any edge, you try to remove any edge. Still, I am able to reach there is a path for everything. There is no cut edge in this graph. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. You also have, I will take an example for cut edge. Don't worry about that. Before that, let me tell you about the cut set. Cut set is nothing but a set of, what do I call them? I can call them as a set of edges. Yes. A set of edges, if when removed, will disconnect the graph. All right, that is nothing but your cut set. A set of edges, if I remove them, it is going to disconnect my graph. Then I can call them as a cut set. A single edge, if I'm removing, I call it as a cut edge. I have more than one edge to be removed. I can put everything together, call it as a cut set. Where I represent cut set as E dash. E dash is going to be a subset of E. What is E? Set of edges, right? We always represent G as V, comma E, where E is nothing but the set of edges. All right. So E dash, I call it as a set of edges, which is a subset of E, which when removed will disconnect your graph. We call this as a cut set. Clear? Let's take an example. We'll make it more clear. Right, this is a graph, this is a vertex there, another vertex here. Okay, then I'll draw one more vertex here. This is also connected, this is also connected. And then I'm having one vertex here which is connected like that. Okay, let me number the edges. E1, I'll call this E2, I'll call this E3, I'll call this E4. All right, then this is my E5, this is E6. Okay, I will call this as E7, this is my E8 and this is my E9. This is my graph. Let me take a set E1, E3, E5, E7. Does it disconnect the graph? I want answers, please. If I take this E1, E3, E5, E7, if I remove all these edges, this is a cut set. Why? What is a cut set? Cut set means a set of edges, if when removed, will disconnect your graph. So I call this as a cut set if it is going to disconnect my graph. Let us see if it is going to disconnect our graph. Let's see that first. Okay, I will put down all my vertices so that it becomes easy for me to eliminate the edges. These are my vertices. All right, let's see what are the edges that I can retain here. E4, I can have it, no issues. This is my E4. E3 is gone. I can't take that. E5 is gone. E6 is there. E9 is there. E2 is there. E1 is gone. Okay, what else is there? E7 is gone. Okay, E8 is there. Right now? Right. So this is what will happen if I remove this set of edges from the given graph. So what's happening here? My graph is getting disconnected. This is one component. This is another component. So I can call this as a cut set. Cut set. Why? Because I'm not removing just one edge. I'm removing a couple of edges so that my graph gets disconnected. So I call this as a cut set. Am I clear to you all? Is this example clear to you?
I have one doubt, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, doubt. Who's that?
The given set is given by the examiner, right, ma'am?
For what?
The given set, ma'am. E1, E3, E5, E7.
Okay.
We have to put ourselves for
See, the question can be anything. They may give you the graph, ask you to find out the cut set or cut edges or cut vertices. They may ask you, or they may ask you to define. When they ask you to define and explain what is a cut set or explain what is a cut edge or a cut vertex, then you may have to give your own example. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Who asked me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So if they give you there will possibly be a question where they'll give you a graph and then they'll ask you or find out the cut vertex and cut edges and all that stuff. In that case, they will give you a graph. If they're asking you to write a definition, then they may not give. Now you have to write the definition, support it with an example graph. That is always better. Fetch more marks and clarity. Right? So this one set is called as a cut set, and there need not be just one cut set, or there need not be only this particular set of edges which can disconnect your graph. There can be some other graph also which will, or some other edges also which will disconnect the graph. Let me take one more. Let me take one more set. I will take E2, E5, E6, E8. Okay. If I remove this, is it a cut set or not? Let us see. Let me put down the vertices. Okay, these are my vertices. What is happening now? E2 is gone. E4 is there. I can retain E4. E1 is there. I can retain E1. Then what is gone? E5 is gone. E7 is there. E8 is gone. Right? E9 is there. Right? Then what is there? E3 is there. Okay. That's all. Yeah. The rest is gone. Is my graph disconnected?
No, ma'am.
No, it is not disconnected. Still, I am able to reach every vertex. It is not disconnected. So I cannot call this as a cut set. Am I clear? Let me take one more. E2, E6, E3, E9. So what will happen here? Let us see. Okay. E2 is gone. E9 is gone. That itself shows it is disconnected. Correct? What should I draw? E1 is there. E4 is there. Then this is there. This is there. This is also there. Yeah. But still my graph is disconnected because this is a separate component, this is a separate component, and this is a separate component. So I can call this as a cut set. Am I making it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
E1, E4, E7. Can you tell me if this is a cut set or not? Can you tell me quickly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you try? Is it a cut set? Please put your answers in chat window.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Fine. Cut set need not be set of edges always. It can be a single edge also. For example, I will take E9. E9 will also disconnect your graph. It is called as a cut edge. You don't call it as a cut set, but you call it as a cut edge. What will happen if you remove E9? Your graph will look something like this. This is there, this is there, this is also there. Everything is there. This is also there, but this is not there. E9, this part is gone. So this will become a separate component. This will become a separate component. You can call E9 as cut edge and not a cut set. The minimum number of edges that you remove in order to I mean, the single edge that you are removing, no? So you can call it as similar to your cut vertex, you can call it as cut edge. When you are removing more than 1, 2 or more edges, you call that entire set as a cut set. This is a cut edge. E9 is a cut edge because E9 is connected only through that vertex is connected only through E9. No other vertex will connect it. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No doubts. Any doubts still here? Cut vertex and cut edge and cut set. Any doubts? Let's move further. Next, we will learn what is edge connectivity. So that's the next concept that we are learning. What is edge connectivity? The minimum number of edges, okay, whose deletion or removal will disconnect the graph. You call it as edge connectivity. What is the minimum number of edges that I have to delete or I have to remove so that my graph will get disconnected? I call it as edge connectivity of the graph G. It is denoted by lambda. Is it clear? It is denoted by lambda. In the above graph example, can you tell me what is edge connectivity of that graph?
One.
Edge connectivity of the above example that we have taken is lambda is equal to 1 for that, because if I remove E9, my graph will get disconnected. Minimum number of edges that you can remove so that your graph becomes disconnected is E9. So here lambda is equal to 1. Whenever there is that is what you call it as a cut, what is it? Edge connectivity. Whenever you have a cut edge, that means you have just one edge, then always your lambda will be equal to 1. If you have a cut edge in the graph, the edge connectivity of that graph is always given by 1, lambda 1. Here in this above example, we have a cut edge. The cut edge is nothing but E9. Therefore, the edge connectivity is going to be lambda is equal to 1. Am I making it clear to all of you? Any doubts? What is edge connectivity? See, given a graph, they will ask you to find out what is the edge connectivity of the graph. That question is possible. They will give you a graph. They'll ask you to find out what are the cut vertices, what are the cut edges, what are the edge connectivity and vertex connectivity. This is very, very important from a given point of view. Given a graph, they may ask you to find out that possibility. I will give another example. Don't worry. So that is how we are doing. If there is a cut edge, then the lambda is always 1. You can simply close your eyes and say lambda is 1. If there is no cut edge, then you have to see what are the possible cut set that are available. So if there is a cut set, whichever is the smallest cut set, look for the smallest cut set. That number of edges will be nothing but your edge connectivity. Okay, suppose in the above example, E9 was not given. E9 was not given, or E9 cut edge was not there, then we could have gone for the cut set E1, E4, let's say E7. This is another cut set which will disconnect your graph. So I can say lambda is equal to 3, because the smallest number of edges, minimum number of edges that I'll have to remove in order to disconnect my graph is called as edge connectivity. I repeat, if there is a cut edge in the graph, edge connectivity of the graph is going to be 1, which is denoted by lambda. Lambda is equal to 1. If there is no cut edge, look out for a cut set. Look out for a cut set which has smaller number of, or look out for a cut set which has least number of edges. That is nothing but your edge connectivity. Clear? Okay, that is about edge connectivity. I will give you one example towards the end here after vertex connectivity. Next, let us see what is vertex connectivity. Similar lines with respect to edge connectivity, the minimum number of vertices that you have to remove in order to disconnect a graph, minimum number of vertices that has to be removed to disconnect a graph, you call it as vertex connectivity. Okay. Vertex connectivity is denoted by K of G. K of G. Similarly now, if G has a cut vertex, then K of G is equal to 1. K of G is equal to 1. Cut vertex means what? Only one. If one vertex is there which will disconnect my graph, then I can say cut vertex is there, so the K or the vertex connectivity of that graph is 1. What is the minimum number of vertices that I require in order to disconnect my graph? That is called as vertex connectivity. Okay, there may be many vertices which you may have to you can remove and disconnect the graph. That's a different issue. But if there is a vertex, just one vertex which I can remove and the graph gets disconnected, then I can call it as, then in that case, K of G becomes 1. Otherwise, if there is no cut vertex, that means if there is no one single point, there may be several vertices, then K of G becomes that many number of vertices. All right. Let me go to this example. See here, in this example, in this cut edge example, C is a cut vertex. Okay, if I remove that one vertex, the whole graph will get disconnected in this manner. So I can call K of G as equal to 1 in this particular graph. Are you able to follow me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let us take an example to find out what is cut vertex and vertex connectivity, edge connectivity of a given graph. Okay. Let's take a graph again. Let's take an example. This is, write down this graph. Find out the vertex connectivity lambda. Vertex connectivity is not lambda, no? Vertex connectivity is not lambda. It is K of G.
K of
Yeah. Edge connectivity is lambda. Find out these two. Find out lambda and K of G for this given graph. Post your answers in chat window. I'm seeing there. Find out lambda and K of G. C is the vertex connectivity means 1. Give me your answers. K of G is 1, as somebody is telling. Okay, K of G is 1. Why do you say K of G is 1? Lambda is 2. Okay, very good. Correct. Okay. Yes. Vertex C is the cut vertex. Very good. See here. For those who haven't followed, whatever answers you have given is right. K of G is 1. What is K of G? It is a vertex connectivity. The minimum number of vertices that you have to remove in order to disconnect the graph. If there is a cut vertex, then K of G is 1. The C is a cut vertex. If you remove that vertex, the graph gets completely disconnected. So K of G is 1 is right. Now coming to this, what is that? Edge connectivity. Do we have a cut edge? Cut edge means, do you have a single edge? We don't have a single edge in that graph, in this graph, which will disconnect it. If you remove any of the edge, even then the graph is connected. So there is no cut edge. There is no cut edge means you cannot call lambda equal to 1. Cannot be possible. So lambda has to be some other value, lambda of G. Okay, it has to be some other value. Now in this particular graph, if I remove AB and AC, these two edges, if I remove, then my graph becomes disconnected. So my lambda of G is 2. Because there is no cut edge. Cut edge means what? There should be one edge which will disconnect your graph. There is no one such edge which will disconnect. If I remove AB, even then it is connected. If I remove AC, even then it is connected. Correct? So if I have to remove AB and AC both, in that case, my graph will get disconnected. So I have to say edge connectivity lambda of G is 2. Minimum is 2. I have to remove 2 edges in order to disconnect my graph. Is this clear to all of you? Can I have some responses from you all? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Akrut?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Right. So that is what you call it as. Let us take one more graph. I will give you. Quickly do it. This is A. So like this, they can give you a graph and ask you to find out. Okay, so you should be able to do that. All right. So find out lambda of G and K of G. K of G is 4, huh, Kishan? Kishan, are you there? Yeah, how did you get 4? Can you unmute and speak, please? Okay. Anyway, I'll clarify that. What is K of G? Some of you are saying it is 2. K of G is 2. Lambda of G is also 2. Is it? Yeah. K of G is 2. Lambda of G is also 2. Right. That is because I will let you know. See here. This graph has no cut vertices. Cut vertices means if you remove just one vertex, even then the graph gets connected. Graph remains connected. Suppose I remove A. I will remove AB and AG also will go, but still this graph remains as one component, right? So I have to remove 2 vertices. Suppose I remove B and G. In that case, my A will remain alone there, isolated. So K of G3 will become 2. I have to remove at least 2 vertices in order to disconnect this graph. Then coming to edge connectivity, there is again no cut edge. That means not one single edge will disconnect it. If I remove AB, let us say edge, still the graph is in one piece. If I remove AG, even then it will be any edge, one particular edge I can't remove and make it disconnected. I have to remove minimum of 2 edges. Suppose I remove BC and GF. Okay, BC and GF. If I remove that, then I will get 2 pieces of the graph, right? So I have to remove minimum 2 edges, and hence my lambda G will also be 2. I hope it's clear to you all. Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Next, let us go for what do we mean by strongly connected and weakly connected graph. Given a graph, they can ask you whether it is strongly connected or not. Determine whether the graph is strongly connected or weakly connected. They may ask you, or they may ask you to give the definition of strongly connected and weakly connected. In that case, you have to write the definition. You have to give an example of a graph which is strongly connected. All right. Yes. First, let us see what is strongly connected graph. Now, this is always with respect to directed graph. Connectivity with respect to directed graph is always in terms of strong and weak. So far, we were dealing only with undirected graph. Now we are talking of connectedness in directed graphs. Connectedness, how do we deal with connectedness in directed graph? Okay. Now, for a directed graph to be strongly connected, there must be a sequence of directed edges. Since it's a directed graph, obviously edges will be directed. Directed edges from any vertex. I'm just writing it down so that you can follow it easily. Any vertex in the graph to any other vertex. Okay, sequence of directed edges should be there from any vertex in the graph to any other vertex. That means any vertex that is given, you should be able to reach every other vertex from that particular vertex. For every vertex, that property should be followed. Then you call it as strongly connected. From A, suppose there are 4, let us say there are 5 vertices. Let's say there are 5 vertices A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, this is a directed graph. Let us say you have, we will take an example, don't worry. What is the meaning of this? From A, I should be able to reach B, I should be able to reach C, I should be able to reach D, I should be able to reach E. From B, I should be able to reach A, I should be able to reach C, D, and E. From C, again, I should be able to reach A, B, D, E. Like that, from every vertex, I should be able to reach, or there should be a path to every other vertex. Then you call it as a strongly connected graph. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Weakly connected graph means there is a path. There will be a path between 2 vertices and the graph will appear to be connected. There will be a path between 2 vertices when you consider the undirected graph of the given directed graph. Suppose you remove all the directions. Still your graph will remain connected. Still you can call it as a weakly connected graph. Every strongly connected graph is a weakly connected graph, but every weakly connected graph is not a strongly connected graph. Every strongly connected graph is also a weakly connected graph. But the other way around is not true. Right? Let's take an example quickly. Okay, let's take an example. We be drawing this graph. If we go wrong, that's a problem I'm having here. If I draw it wrongly, then example will be wrong. Let's see. A, this is, I will name this as B. Okay, this is my C. This is my D. This is my E. All right. So I have a directed graph. This is, so you have to have directions. Otherwise, you cannot prove this. Please note down as I write it. Don't sit and watch. Okay, this is a graph. Now I should say whether this is a strongly connected graph or not. Now this is very much I would say is a strongly connected graph. Why? Let us observe. From A, look out, from A you start seeing. From A, are you able to reach B? Yes, we are able to reach B. This edge is there. A to B edge is there. From A, am I able to reach C? Yes. A to B, B to C. I am able to reach C. From A, I should be able to reach D. A to B, B to D. I am able to reach. From A, am I able to reach E? A to B, B to D, D to E. Yes, I am able to reach. That means there is a path or there is a sequence of edges from every vertex. You should see like that. Again, from B, are you able to reach A? B to A, there is a path. B to C, there is a path. B to D, there is a path. B to E, there is a path. Right? Then C. C to A, there is a path. C to B, there is a path. C to D, there is a path. C to E, there is a path. Then D to A, there is a path. D to B also, there is a path. D to C, you can still reach C through B. D to E, you can reach similarly from E. So hence we call this as a strongly connected graph. Are you able to understand what I am trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
From every vertex, you should be able to reach every other vertex. If that is possible, then only you can call it as a strongly connected graph. Right? Now, let me take another example. I'll take the same graph, but I'll slightly try to change the directions, and then we'll see if we are able to do something, or if we are able to determine whether it is strong or weak. Can you tell me if this is strongly connected? Can you tell me if this is strongly connected? Students?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Why? Why? Why?
We can't reach D, ma'am. From
You
A to
can't
B we
reach
cannot reach.
B.
A to B.
from A, you can't reach anywhere. Are you observing that?
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
There is no
Yeah.
direction from here.
Correct. From
Direction.
A, you can't reach anywhere from A. That is why this is a weakly connected graph. Still it is connected. That is what I said when I gave you the definition of weakly connected graph. There is still a path between every, if you take the undirected version of this graph, just imagine the undirected version of this graph. Still there is a path between all the vertices. Still the graph looks connected in one piece. Is it not? That is why we call it as a weakly connected. That's why I said every strongly connected graph, if you imagine the undirected version of this graph, it will still look as one piece only. Every strongly connected graph is also a weakly connected graph, but a weakly connected graph need not be a strongly connected graph. Am I clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good. All right, so that finishes your concept on what is called this connectivity of graphs. 1 minute. So that finishes your, yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, if a graph is completely undirected, then will it be a means strongly connected? Completely means without any directions.
No, you cannot determine that. A connectedness of a graph can be in a case of, whether it is strongly connected or whether it is weakly connected, you can try to determine only in a directed graph. You can't look for that in an undirected graph. Am I clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
But if
Ma'am?
the graph appears, yeah, 1 minute. If the graph appears to be in a single piece, okay, it is in a single piece still. Though it is not strongly connected, it still appears as a single piece with all the vertices connected. We don't have like, say a component is getting separated like the previous examples that we saw. So we still call it as a weakly connected. Yes, Benakaraj, you had some doubts?
Ma'am, what about a node with loop? Only single node, ma'am.
What about?
A single node with a loop.
Single node with a loop. A
Is
single
there any
node.
restriction like we should have a minimum number of vertices?
No, we
or
don't have
something?
like that. We only talk of strongly connected in terms of directed graphs. So if you are having a node with a loop, single node with a loop, of course that is direct, that is strongly connected only, because you can always come back to the same node, and there is only one node and there is a
Yeah.
path to that node. So that is strongly connected, yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Akrut, you have some doubts. So you have put some questions in the chat window which I am not able to follow. Can you repeat your question? Can you unmute and speak? Akrut, are you?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I don't have, ma'am.
All right. All right. Navya? Okay. So this finishes our concept on connectivity. We are left with Euler and Hamilton path. And shortest path problem, I have a point to tell you on that. See, this shortest path problem, you have two things to learn in that. One is Dijkstra's algorithm to find the shortest path. The other one is the traveling salesman problem. Okay. So since this Dijkstra's algorithm is being done in the data structures class, I am not going to repeat it. It is the same here also. So I will not do that part. I will do traveling salesman problem alone. And then we are left with planar graph and graph coloring. So these are the things that are there. Tomorrow I will be taking class from 9 to 10:30. Am I making it clear to you all? Online class it will be. Am I making it clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want all of you to attend without fail, because I'll be dealing with Euler and Hamilton path and this shortest path problem, a couple of problems on that. Euler and Hamilton path is very, very important. I'll be completing Euler and Hamilton path and traveling salesman problem of the shortest path problem. These two I will finish. Planar graph and graph coloring Monday, Tuesday. So by Tuesday, I hope to finish. Let us see. But I want all of you to attend tomorrow's class. Is very important. Don't miss your classes. If you miss, you will find it very difficult to write your internals, and that's why I'm telling you this much. 9 o'clock we will start, not 8:30, because anyway it's a holiday, so let's start by 9. Answer your attendance now. Anaga?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhilash?
Yes, ma'am.
Akhil?
Yes, ma'am.
Akrut?
Yes, ma'am.
Anusha?
Yes, ma'am.
Aravind?
Present, ma'am.
Harifullah?
Yes, ma'am.
Anagaraj?
Present, ma'am.
Banu Prakash?
Yes, ma'am.
Bhargav?
Yes, ma'am.
Ramtula?
Present, ma'am.
Chaitra?
Present, ma'am.
Chandana?
Present, ma'am.
Charan?
Yes, ma'am.
Darshan?
Present, ma'am.
Diksha?
Yes, ma'am.
Dakshayani?
Present, ma'am.
Kishan? Harshit?
Present, ma'am.
Hemlata?
Yes, ma'am.
Uma?
Present, ma'am.
Then?
Present, ma'am.
Divya?
Yes, ma'am.
Kaushik? Lakshmi?
Present, ma'am.
Lavanya?
Present, ma'am.
Manish?
Present, ma'am.
Manoj?
Yes, ma'am.
Mohit?
Yes, ma'am.
Naval?
Yes, ma'am.
Navya?
Yes, ma'am.
Nikhil?
Present, ma'am.
Kanindra?
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Pawan? Pooja? Purnima?
Yes, ma'am.
Raman?
Yes, ma'am.
Rashmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Rupak?
Yes, ma'am.
Sai Kumar?
Yes, ma'am.
Sameer?
Present, ma'am.
Santosh?
Present, ma'am.
Shadab?
Ma'am.
Sharan?
Present, ma'am.
Shashank?
Yes, ma'am.
Sheetal?
Present, ma'am.
Shivani?
Present, ma'am.
Soumya? Yeah,
Present,
Soumya?
ma'am. Present,
Okay,
ma'am.
Spurti?
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Vishnu?
Present, ma'am.
Sugandhini?
Present, ma'am.
Sushma?
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita?
Present, ma'am.
Sushmita, you?
Present, ma'am.
Nikita,
Present, ma'am.
Tripti,
Present, ma'am.
Harsha,
Present, ma'am.
Veena.
Present, ma'am.
All right. So,
Ma'am, Shadab is present, ma'am.
okay, okay.
Ma'am,
Okay,
Ma'am, Kishan is present. He is
Okay.
texted in message.
so tomorrow we will meet at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10:30. We'll take one class. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.